month's snow today alone, causing accidents and creating treacherous driving conditions. From Oklahoma to the Northeast and Boston, if not Sparta, Winter Storm Thor could put you in the record books.
At Boston, we're standing at 102. That's the inches of snow that we've had so far this season in Boston. We could be looking at this week at least tying or maybe even breaking your snowfall record. You've only got 5.6 inches to go to tie the all-time seasonal record. Welcome, everyone, to a special edition of Weather Center Live. I'm Jen Carfagno.
And I'm Keith Carson. Got a couple of storm systems to watch. Obviously, that record in Boston is going to be something we're going to be watching, but a lot of people hit with these storms along the way. We've got two on the docket right now.
Yes, we do, and it's raining in San Diego. It's snowing for you in Indianapolis, and we've got freezing rain in D.C., so literally everything out there today to cover for you.
Right.
We've got the latest for you, stretching from coast to coast when it comes to the radar and the winter weather alerts. You can see that we have winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings from the Midwest into the Northeast and the Mid-Atlantic, including all the way down into the Raleigh area. North Carolina, I should say, not necessarily Raleigh, but down into North Carolina.
Yeah, and also we're watching out west. This is Thor's alerts that we're going to be watching, and we have a blizzard warning in there. Most of them are winter storm warnings that we continue to watch. Winter weather advisories also involved in this. So these are the two storm systems coming in on the East Coast, one, and West Coast on the other, and these are the ones that we're going to be watching for you very, very carefully here. And just continuing with this very busy winter pattern. Unfortunately, that's just kind of where we're at this winter. We cannot catch a break. Even the West, though, actually needs a little snow, and they're going to be getting it there. We have big travel impacts expected into the D.C. area today as Winter Storm Sparta moves through. A live look at one of Maryland's Department of Transportation cameras there. Right now, crews are salting the roads with as much as 2 inches of snow expected to fall in the Baltimore area. The snow also turning to freezing rain. Up to 1/4 of an inch of ice is a possibility. All right, a mix of sleet, snow, and freezing rain hitting the Washington, D.C. metro area this afternoon. A winter storm warning in place there until 3 a.m. Monday morning. Rick Adams joins us now. He is near Union Station. And Rick, what kind of precipitation are you seeing there at the moment?
What we're seeing, it's coming down, it's dripping at the moment. It's not massively a problematic issue, but it will become that. And what we've seen earlier around here, just getting here, driving over here, the cars are finding it difficult on the roads, even though they're salting, they're gritting here. They're doing a great job. They had crews out at 6 o'clock this morning, making sure that the DC area was well and truly taken care of. But the problem, of course, as I experienced a couple of weeks ago and this last week, speaking to power companies, is that when this precipitation starts to hit freezing surfaces, including power lines, it starts to build up really quite a thick level of ice, about 1/4 of an inch or so. And we've been seeing it on people's cars here. And I have to say, it makes things treacherous. Walking around here, we've seen elderly people with sticks losing their balance a little bit. So if you do have people in your neighborhood who are suffering from this awful weather, make sure you take care of them and keep an eye on them, because it's so slippery here, even for someone as youthful and springful as me. But from here at Union Station, we're going to be keeping an eye on what's going on with the travelers. Back to you, Keith.
All right, thanks. Is springful a word, Rick, before I let you go? Or is that just you're very spry?
I just made it up. The guys at Oxford Dictionary are now going to have to rewrite the whole book.
All right, thank you, Rick Adams, showing us what's going on in D.C. We'll watch that through the day. All right, let's go over now to Jen Carfagno and Tom Nizzle. They're in the lab, and guys, this active pattern continuing this winter just won't quit.
Well, these storms are very springful, if I could use that word in a sentence.
It's a good way to put it.
I mean, really, we are going to, this is the time of year we see literally everything with storms that track across the country.
We do, and we're involving both areas of the jet stream, the northern and southern. These are long track storms, and they have a variety of wintry weather as well as the warm side.
So we're seeing it all right now. We've got snow in places like Indianapolis. We've got freezing rain in D.C. Tom, let's break down the advisories.
Yeah, take a look right now. The area I'm really concerned about here are the winter storm warnings. Both D.C., Baltimore, and up to Philadelphia under the warnings now. And boy, that's for that subtle atmospheric phenomena called freezing rain. And that has really, really caused problems there.
And we're looking at those concerns all the way down into Virginia, parts of North Carolina. But there's really almost, I won't say two different storms, but we've got the freezing rain concern, and then we've got the snow concern back into Indy, where already places like Muncie picked up over 5 inches of snow today, and more to come.
Significant accumulations here. That I-70 corridor, really impacted. I guess the only silver lining in this cloud is it's happening on a weekend at least.
Yes,
so it's not as much traffic.
And a lot of advance notice with this too.
Yeah, but boy, take a look here, and you can see these temperatures here just below the freezing mark. And there's warm air aloft coming over this, and that ends up turning into rainfall. It hits the these surfaces freezes on contact.
You know, even up where you see the blue, like in Philly, I've got a lot of family up here, and you know they're getting sleet and freezing rain mixing in. It's not necessarily all snow where you see the blue on the radar.
No, the radar algorithms do the best they can, but you're right. There is sleet and freezing rain mixing in there, and that's probably going to be the predominant type of weather there over the next few hours.
Yeah, back into, you look at a place like Pittsburgh and then Columbus where we've got snow, but south of there, you look at the radar and, you know, some rain and some mix, and then we've got the all snow in places like Indy and Fort Wayne.
And it all has to do with the depth of the cold air in the atmosphere and where that snow is coming down. You know, you mentioned we've had significant accumulation, 7 inches in Muncie, and I think out here, this is back around Peoria, so in Elkhart, actually over 8 inches of snow already.
It doesn't look like that when you look at the radar, right? But it just keeps dumping, and it's a heavy snow too, right?
It's a long track training type of winter storm, and that's why we're seeing that.
All right, Tom, thank you. Excellent. Keith, back to you.
All right, thank you guys. We're firing up the snow blowers and snow plows in Illinois today. David Bem sending us this picture of the 6 to 8 inches of snow that's on the ground in Champaign. A winter weather advisory is in effect there until 6 this evening. Winds will be light, so blowing and drifting not expected to be an issue. We might get that picture for you later. Let's talk about our travel impacts here. New York City is the biggest one that we're seeing, and looking at around 108 minutes, and no surprise why. Weather/low visibility. That's a place that a lot of times just low ceilings can cause a delay. So if you get some snow and some sleet in there, you're gonna have some issues. Looking ahead to tomorrow and the possibilities of what we're going to be seeing there. Houston, maybe some delays. Look, there is a lot of warm air in this system that's going to be coming through, so we are going to see some thunderstorms in Houston. Dallas seeing some rain in there. Phoenix, some rain as well, so some delays a possibility. New York City, we're putting some in, although it looks like they'll see a clearer day tomorrow certainly than what they're seeing today, so that's good news. And here's a look at what we're watching through the day today. DC, again, we're watching that area for freezing rain. New York City, we're anticipating an 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches of snow. South of that, it is largely rain. As you look at Interstate 70 here, you're going to see everything, a variety from freezing rain, maybe getting into rain a little bit here, and then getting into the snow on the back end. We watched through Indianapolis, as we'll be seeing that snow continuing. And again, up towards New York City, we'll see about 1.5 inches of precipitation likely there. It's really this zone in here, Washington, D.C. and through Baltimore, that we are most concerned about. All right, Central Colorado under winter storm warning until Tuesday. Paul Goodlow, we're going to check in with him. He is live in Vail, Colorado.
That's right, Keith. Again, the sun has come out today. There's some clouds that are slowly thickening up as Winter Storm Thor is approaching. They could dump in this area a couple of feet of snow. Southwestern Colorado, perhaps 4 or 5 feet of snow. And all of this will be impacting the very busy Interstate 70 corridor. We'll check out those conditions, the forecast here in Vail, coming up after your local on the 8s.
There's something happening right here in this country. It's the sound of America, working with American materials in American factories. At WeatherTech, all we do is create the highest quality automotive accessories, including laser-measured custom-fit floor liners. Order yours today at WeatherTech.com or call 1-800-CarMats. WeatherTech floor liners, proudly made in America.
After 50 years of designing cars for crash survival, Subaru has developed our most revolutionary feature yet. A car that can see trouble and stop itself to avoid it. When the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety tested front crash prevention, nobody beat Subaru models with eyesight. Not Honda, not Ford, or any other brand. Subaru Eyesight, an extra set of eyes every time you drive.
Yes! Again! That's a 3! You gotta be kidding me! You gotta be kidding me! Pentarak!
3, baby. 10 minutes.
Oh my God! Dude, you gotta be kidding me!
Currently in our area, 80 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, a mix of clouds and sun. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 80. Tonight, some passing clouds. Chance of a shower or thunderstorm through the evening. Low 70. Monday, mainly sunny. High 81. Winds east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
This March,
one man's trash
this is perfect,
is another man's wood-powered Jeep gasifier.
Brainstormers, premiering Sunday, March 22nd, only on the Weather Channel.
Introducing new Flonase Allergy Relief Nasal Spray. Now available over the counter in full prescription strength. When we breathe in allergens, our bodies react by overproducing 6 key inflammatory substances that cause our symptoms. The leading allergy pill only controls 1. Flonase controls 6. And 6 is greater than 1. Flonase, the 24-hour relief that outperforms the #1 allergy pill. So go ahead, inhale life. New Flonase. 6 is greater than 1. This changes everything.
Andrew, Rita, Sandy. Meet Chris, Jackie, Joe. Minor damage or major disaster. When you need us most, we're there. State Farm. We're a force of nature, too.
Welcome back to a special edition of Weather Center Live as we track 2 winter storms that span the nation from coast to coast, tracking the latest on Winter Storm Thor with snow that continues to fall in Colorado. Also, we are looking at Winter Storm Sparta, bringing snow from Missouri to Illinois to Indianapolis. Look at Indy, where temperatures have bumped up to 30, a little mixing going on there. And then we see that snow continue to stretch all the way into Pennsylvania and some freezing rain now in the D.C. area. This storm system, both of the storm systems, literally are bringing all kinds of precipitation types.
We got a little mixed bag out there. Hey, and today is the start of meteorological spring, believe it or not. Colorado getting some heavy mountain snow to start the month of March.
March is the snowiest month of the year for places like Denver. We're going to go to Vail, Colorado. That's where we find meteorologist Paul Goodloe out there, where, Paul, we've got days literally of snow to come our way.
In fact, yeah, we do. In fact, we're under a winter storm warning through now, right on into Tuesday afternoon at 5 o'clock. So we're talking more than 48 hours of the winter storm warning, but the snow probably won't end until sometime on Wednesday, all thanks to Winter Storm Thor. Again, I'm here at Vail. It's almost middle of the morning here. You can still see people lining up to get into the gondola here and enjoy some of the 3 fresh inches of snow they picked up here last night. But again, talking 2 feet over the last 7 days here. So they've picked up quite a bit of snow here. It's also been impacting Interstate 70. That corridor here is the easiest way to get down to Denver, the Front Range. Take a look at a CDOT camera. I think we either have a Vail Pass or Eisenhower. Not quite sure which one that is. But you still see the road is slushy and snowpacked. This is Vail Pass. So it's one of the passes you have to get over as you head back down the hill to get into Denver on the Front Range, because a lot of the people who ski here in Breckenridge, as well as Beaver Creek and Copper, they come up for the weekend and then go back down to start their work week in Denver. Now, the forecast here in Vail is for the snow to slowly move in throughout the day. You have some clouds out there right now, but really later on tonight, and that's what's called the crush, the I-70 crush, getting back down the hill to Denver. It could easily turn maybe a 2-hour drive into a 5-hour drive. That could be perhaps a 6 or 8-hour drive, depending on how heavy and fast that snow comes down all across Interstate 70. That's something people will not be looking forward to, so perhaps people leaving earlier, which means earlier traffic on 70. It's a lose-lose situation. My advice is to stay here, because look at the forecast. We're looking at quite a bit of snow here in Vail, easily maybe 2 or more feet of snow as we head through Tuesday into Wednesday. Southwest Colorado, we could perhaps double, maybe even triple some of those numbers. Again, not just in 24 hours, talking about in 48, 72-hour snowfall totals because of Winter Storm Thor. That could give us perhaps 6 feet of snow in some locations. Again, the winter storm warning in effect for elevations over 7,000 feet here. Now, Denver will get some snow, but the heaviest snow, again, will be in southwestern Colorado. And speaking of Denver and snow, February, the snowiest February on record for Denver, 22.4 inches of snow. Now, guys, the average snow in the month of February for Denver, just 7.5 inches of snow. So they nearly tripled that. And as you mentioned, March, that is the snowiest month in Denver, so perhaps the biggest snow totals are yet to come for the Front Range. Guys?
Hey, Paul, I got two questions for you. One is, how are people in Vail? Are they looking forward to the snow? And two, how do you get the best live locations ever? It's Paul Goodloe live next to some models in Miami. Let's talk about this.
I haven't done that in Miami yet, but yes, I am a skier and a snowboarder, so I happen to pull the short straw on this one. But again, I was in Denver yesterday where it was, it got down to 6 degrees during the live shot yesterday mornings. And before that, last week I was in Boston. So, you give and you take. Sometimes the dice roll. But in terms of people here in Vail, come on, guys. This is a ski town, a ski resort. So they are loving this. So bring on the powder. And today starts the Burton U.S. Open, so the snowboarders, the best in the world, are here to compete this week with fresh snow in the forecast.
Great timing with the weather. Paul, thank you.
All in good fun, Paul. We're going to track the other storms coming up.
Before space stations, before moonwalks, we lit that candle and shot to the stars. Walk among our most powerful creations at the Rocket Garden, one of thousands of exciting things to explore at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex in Orlando. Always exploring.
We just adopted 2 new puppies from PetSmart.
I'm going to call the yellow one Expressway.
We already came up with names for the puppies, Mom.
I'm going to call the other one Snake Finder.
Pethood's better with a partner. That's why PetSmart has all you need to take care of your kids.
I bring the gift of the Name Your Price tool to help you find a price that fits your budget. Take it all! Uh-oh. The Name Your Price tool.
She's not to be trusted.
Kill her. It'll save you money. The Name Your Price tool isn't witchcraft. And I didn't turn your daughter into a rooster. She just looks like that.
Burn the witch!
The Name Your Price tool, a dangerously progressive idea.
Thank you for being a sailor and my daddy. Thank you, Mom, for protecting my future.
Thank you for being my hero and my dad.
Military families are thankful for many things. The legacy of USAA Auto Insurance could be one of them. Our world-class service earned USAA the top spot in a study of the most recommended large companies in America. If you're current or former military or their family, see if you're eligible to get an auto insurance quote.
When heartburn comes creeping up on you, fight back with Relief So Smooth. It's fast. Tums Smoothie starts dissolving the instant it touches your tongue and neutralizes stomach acid at the source. Smoothies, only from Tums.
Looks like 20 feet.
At Intel, they have this technology. You can take a picture and measure the distance before you jump.
Intel, this is where it all changes.
Before Orion, before Atlantis, we looked to the stars and dared to dream. Stand in awe under Saturn V, the most powerful rocket ever flown. One of thousands of exciting things to explore at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex in Orlando. Always exploring.
Build weather invention.
Wow, anybody else surprised it actually worked?
Mother Nature can absolutely change people.
I'm ready to get out of here and create a new track.
This is a tornado emergency.
It was hard to believe whether.
I am the luckiest woman in the world because I was one of the first people to sail on Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line's beautiful Grand Celebration, the newest cruise to the Bahamas and by far the best cruise ship to ever sail from the port of Palm Beach. With 2 nights on the ship, great food, lots of pampering, a spectacular day in the Bahamas, and prices from just $149, you can get lucky too by calling 800-814-7100 today. I had so much fun that the next time I take a 2-night cruise, I'm going to add a 2-night stay in the Bahamas at a beautiful resort with soft white sand beaches and crystal clear water. This 4-night Bahamas cruise and resort stay package is the best vacation value anywhere. So what are you waiting for? Call 800-814-7100. That's 800-814-7100. And let the fun begin.
The call and consultation are free.
Call 1-800-307-9899.
Currently in our area, 80 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. today, a mix of clouds and sun. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 80. Tonight, some passing clouds. Chance of a shower or thunderstorm through the evening. Low 70. Monday, mainly sunny. High 81. Winds east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Here we go, Indianapolis. New snow coat out there. Snow falling through the morning and early afternoon, changing over to a little freezing drizzle right now, but we are still under a winter storm warning until 7 p.m. tonight, and that includes Indy and pretty much the entire I-70 corridor. Tell you what, Winter Storm Sparta still could bring another inch or two, likely to see a change back to snow. Did you see that? That's awesome. A tractor pulling a kid on a sled.
I feel like my mom wouldn't let me do it, but it looked like right now, currently, not even back then. Still wouldn't let me do that. We have more snow to be watching towards New York City, Boston, Philly, and D.C.
Winter weather expert Tom Nizzle is tracking it all. So we're going over to the lab with more. Tom, we've got two storms, Sparta and Thor, up and coming. Let's start with Sparta, though, and tell us what's happening with this freezing rain that we're getting in the D.C. area.
It is just a mess out there. The only silver lining in this cloud is in D.C. at least. Hopefully we're going to be okay for that Monday morning return to work, so stay tuned there. Let's show you how this is setting up. The type of precipitation that we get during winter weather, snow, sleet, freezing rain, has everything to do with the temperature structure, the atmosphere. And right now what we have is this cold air that has worked its way southward here down along the east side of the Appalachians, and this high pressure system is responsible for that. So that's very dense cold air at the surface, and we're tracking all this warm moist air up above that. And when you get that combination across the areas, that air gets wedged east of the mountains there, and it's tough to really scour out. So our surface temperatures, even at this time of the day, 30 in D.C., 26 in Philadelphia right now. And if you take a look, there is the radar showing the precipitation, this purple area, the icy precipitation, the freezing rain that is coming down and causing very dangerous conditions on roadways across the area. And so let's take a quick look here. We're going to tilt the atmosphere into 3D or vertical sense here, and way up at about 8,000 feet in the atmosphere, the temperatures are cold enough to produce snow. But as that snow falls through this layer that is above freezing between about 2,000 and 4,000 feet, those snowflakes will melt. They'll turn into raindrops, and then they hit any surface that's 32 degrees or below, and what happens is that rain instantly freezes up and glazes the roadways. Now that is the temperature structure in the atmosphere we have over DC right now, and it is evolving over Philadelphia. So in DC, we're going through the rest of the afternoon with these freezing rain conditions. Again, the good news is I think we're going to see that cold air eventually get scoured out here. The temperatures rise above the freezing mark, and then overnight the precipitation will stop. We'll probably have some fog conditions, but as far as freezing rain, I think you'll be okay going into work in that Monday morning rush hour. This is the area we expect for significant icing, and I don't like to see this. Philadelphia into Baltimore here, and that's going to be through the nighttime hours. If you have to go out, I would really second guess that, because I am very concerned about this area right here. To the north of that, it's mainly going to be a snow event from New York up to the Boston area. So take a look at this. During the day today, there is our setup. As we go into tonight, take a look at how conditions change as that Washington eventually is going to end their precipitation here as dry air works its way in tonight. New York is probably going to go over to a wintry mix, and Boston stays all snow going into that morning return to work on Monday. Now, if we take a look at going into the day tomorrow, most of what is left of Sparta is going to move well off the coast here, and tomorrow conditions should improve. The snowfall, 1 to 3 inches back across this area here going into Cleveland. Indy, you're just about done with your snow. And again, Boston probably picking up 1 to 3. We could see as much as 3 to 5 inches in parts of interior New England here. So stay tuned again for that Monday morning rush. It could be interesting. On the island or on the Cape here, 4 inches, and up into Boston, I went with 1 to 3 here. So 2 inches probably a good bet here as we go into Monday morning. And then to the north and west of that, your snowfalls will drop off. So Boston, you are going to end up going toward that record. I think you only have about 5 inches to go. I don't think you're going to get it all on Sparta. You may get it with our next winter storm when it lives up into this part of the nation here in that Tuesday night time frame, and that's Winter Storm Thor. I'll have more on that when we come back, guys.
All right, Tom, thank you. We've got the coast-to-coast storms this afternoon.
Yeah, we're covering all angles of both storms: snow, freezing, rain, ice. Talk about it when we come back.
to know the cold truth? Stay tuned in 30 seconds for the answer.
I have the worst cold with this runny nose. I better take something.
Dayquil Cold and Flu doesn't treat your runny nose.
Seriously?
Alka-Seltzer Plus Cold and Cough fights your worst cold symptoms plus your runny nose.
Oh, what a relief it is.
Go to AlkaSeltzerPlus.com to learn more cold truths.
Good job. Still running in the morning?
Yeah.
Getting your vegetables every day?
When I can.
Could have had a V8. 2 full servings of vegetables for only 50 delicious calories.
Hi, this is Jennifer. I will be out of the office until Monday and won't be checking voicemail during this time. I'll reply just as soon as I get back to work.
Sail with the #1 cruise line in Alaska. Enjoy 7-day cruises from $4.99. Call your travel consultant or 1-800-PRINCESS. Princess Cruises. Come back new.
According to the U.S. Department of Energy, most homes have air leaks and drafts that waste so much energy, it's like leaving a window open in your home all year long. Don't let another year go by. Call Champion Windows at 844-4CHAMPION. And right now, when you buy 2 rooms of windows, you get the 3rd room free. Plus, Champion now offers no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. So call 844-4CHAMPION today. Because every home needs a champion.
I will take beauty into my own hands.
Olay Regenerist. It regenerates surface cells. New skin is revealed in only 5 days without drastic measures. Stunningly youthful, award-winning skin. From the world's #1, Olay, your best beautiful.
Let me talk to you about retirement. The 401k is the most sound way to go. Let's talk asset allocation. Sure.
You seem knowledgeable, professional.
I'm actually a DJ.
No way.
That really is you.
If they're not a CFP pro, you just don't know. CFP. Work with the highest standard.
Now everyone who uses catheters can get a better catheter with Liberator Medical's free catheter sample pack. These new catheters are better than ever. Easier to use, more convenient, comfortable, virtually pain-free. Don't wait. Call now and get your free catheter sample pack. There's the all-new compact catheter for women. Pre-lubricated, no drips, no mess. Fits in your purse. The self-lubricated catheter. It lubricates itself in the package. Comfortable, no mess. The closed system catheter, pre-lubricated with its own collection bag, proven to reduce UTIs. The discreet pocket catheter, curved to fit in your pocket to go anywhere. The polished eyelet catheter for micro-smooth comfort, reduces friction and pain. Call now. We'll also bill Medicare and your insurance for you. Call for your free catheter sample pack with free shipping. Call Liberator Medical.
Call 1-800-601-3450. That's 1-800-601-3450.
It's all leading to the end of days.
This is bigger than any of us. This thing could bring the whole world into chaos. Armageddon.
Dig premieres Thursday at 10 on USA Network.
Currently in our area, 80 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, a mix of clouds and sun. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 80. Tonight, some passing clouds. Chance of a shower or thunderstorm through the evening. Low 70. Monday, mainly sunny. High 81. Winds east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
One man's trash.
This is perfect.
Is another man's wood-powered Jeep gasifier.
Brainstormers, premiering Sunday, March 22nd, only on the Weather Channel.
Well, winter storms Sparta and Thor causing a mess coast to coast. St. Louis, 4 inches of snow and counting, causing treacherous travel from Texas and Oklahoma through the Midwest. 90 million Americans impacted by these 2 storm systems spanning nearly 2 million square miles. With Philadelphia now under a winter storm warning, as much as 3 inches of snow expected through tomorrow. And welcome back to Winter Storm Central, Sparta and Thor. I'm Keith Carson.
And I'm Jen Carfagno. Both storms are pretty dynamic. Both stretch from coast to coast. We're going to see the snow. We're going to see the freezing rain, sleet as well. And Thor is really just ramping up. We got steady rain in San Diego with Thor right now, and it's on the move. But let's go to the big picture, and we'll show you where things stand. And you really can get a view here, a visual of both storm systems. So in the east, that's Sparta. And that too actually started in the west. But now it is bringing snow from Missouri all the way through Illinois and straight into parts of Pennsylvania. We've got that freezing rain in parts of Pennsylvania, in Baltimore, Maryland, in the D.C. metro area. That's a big concern for us. Winter storm warnings and advisories posted through the mid-Atlantic and Northeast. And winter storm warnings still in effect in the Midwest as well. Now in the west, we have winter weather advisories too, with some winter storm warnings all the way down into Southern California. This is because of Winter Storm Thor. We see it into the southern Wasatch, especially into southwestern portions of Colorado. Not just the snow, but the wind is also a big factor, and that's why blizzard warnings have been posted. Get ready around Durango and Telluride, and even northern New Mexico, Santa Fe. We are expecting more snow and some heavier snowfall amounts to come your way. Excuse me. Now, major impacts are going on right now. Duke Energy in North Carolina is reporting about 1,000 customers without power from Asheville to the east. The North Carolina Department of Transportation has sand and salt trucks rolling in Wake County. Indianapolis, police say urge caution, stay off the roads. It is icy and slick out there with freezing drizzle falling right now. And in New York City, issuing a snow alert and travel advisory ahead of Winter Storm Sparta. In the Washington, D.C. area, now under a winter storm warning. And the city is really going to get a mix of everything. Snow, sleet, and freezing rain. Already, it's the freezing rain that's been hammering us here in Washington, D.C. That's where we find our Rick Adams, who joins us right now. He's near Union Station. And Rick, we've been seeing this freezing rain. How slick are the sidewalks and the roads getting?
I have to say, Jen, things are really quite bad. They look like, this is the dangerous thing about ice, right? Because you think, oh, everything's just fine. But I almost went straight onto my bottom several times. This gentleman here is having to navigate it very slowly because the ice does build up really fast. Because, of course, it's rain. It just looks like normal rain, but it's not. It's a mixture, and it is coming in, and it's cold. So, of course, it hits the ground, and it freezes pretty fast. And that's the problem. That knock-on effect really hits all kinds of problems in the transport area. Generally, roads are running pretty well because Virginia and D.C. and Maryland managed to get out gritting very early this morning. But there are some roads in Fairfield, say the I-81. The road is very slick there. You have to be very careful when you're driving. And, of course, you have to be careful with the brakes. You also have to be careful how you steer if you do lose control of the car. I mean, it's the most dangerous part of that, of course, is letting your mind take over. You have to really make sure if you are getting into a skid, you look where you're going and your body will follow and the car will follow. So don't get too into your head about what happens when you're in a skid. Just follow that simple rule of actually just driving in the direction with the skid. So that should take you actually out of the skid, so in the direction you want to go. So basically, yeah, of course, the rain here is having this problem. It's going to be like this until the rest of the day, for the rest of the day into the evening, and then it will stop. And that's when, of course, the problems will build up again because the temperatures will drop. Round about now, it's about in its 30s, but it's going to drop much more tonight, and of course, then more ice building up. And as you were talking about earlier, when it comes to power lines, that's a bit of a problem because this rain now is starting to build up on those power lines, and that is the biggest problem because that weighs a lot, and that means that power lines start to bend and they start to snap, and that's when we get power outages. So that's why you're seeing a lot of those things happening in this kind of weather. But luckily, so far here, DC and Virginia seems to be okay with power, but at the moment, It's cold, it's wet, it's officially disgusting, Jen. That's what I'm calling it. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Rick. I'll tell you what, that's a great description. I mean, you saw people out there behind him, and they were rushing to get, I'm sure, to their next spot because he wants to be out in that kind of weather. So pretty active out there right now. We've got 90 million people impacted by these 2 winter storms. We're going to go over to winter weather expert Tom Nizzle, Keith Carson in the lab, timing things out. And guys, with D.C. in particular, are we going to see that change over to rain anytime soon?
Yeah, good point. Yeah, we do think we're going to warm up there overnight, right?
Yeah, we were just talking about it. It looks like it's going to warm up a little bit as we go into the evening hours here, and the precipitation is eventually going to stop, so that's good news for them. But further north, Philly, Baltimore, going up across eastern PA, I'm really concerned overnight that we'll continue to see that icing.
And that's Sparta. Let's head west, young man. Isn't that what they say?
Absolutely.
See what's going on out there in Thor. We got another system moving in.
Yeah, it is, and this is an interesting system. This is a classic setup here for very heavy snowfall across. Here's your geography for today, the Four Corners region, where the 4 states come together here, and there's already been significant snows here. So the upper level low is located right here over LA. Now, under these types of upper level lows, Keith, you get a lot of cold air. So even the San Gabriel, San Bernardino Mountains in Southern California are getting snow right now.
And it's amazing, you know, everybody obviously who concentrated on what's going on in the east and the west, they've been way below average snowfall wise. It's been warm. It's just a totally different world.
It has been, but fortunately we're seeing a little change in the pattern here,
a little bit,
and this is going to help us. But boy, is it going to snow across the Four Corners region. Skiing is going to be fantastic, the best skiing of the year out there. I did mention, look at the San Gabriel's right here to the north of LA. I think it was Bear Lake. I saw a report here just north of LA with 2 inches of snow out of this. And you know, you go up to places like Flagstaff, boy, they have been in a snowfall deficit so far for this year. I think I saw they're running over 3 feet below normal right now.
People don't, a lot of people, if you're not from there, they don't think of Arizona getting snow. Flagstaff gets a decent amount of snow every year.
They should be. They're up around 7,000 feet there. And so they do. They snow typically, and this year they haven't had that much, but they're making up for it now in this area. Take a look at them, though. As we go through the rest of the afternoon here, their temperatures are likely going to rise enough to change this over to a rainfall event there. But with the deficit in rain they've had out in this area, anything that comes down is going to be moisture.
All right, so we're going to watch this eventually come out of the Rockies and eject into the plains.
Yeah, this is a very slow-moving upper-level low. It's a long-term event here. That's why the snowfall amounts there are going to be so significant. Tonight, Denver gets into the snow as well, and then tomorrow we see it just continue across this region here. Now, when we come back, I want to talk about how this will lift out across the plains, upper Midwest, going into that Monday, Tuesday time frame. Chicago comes into play, Indy, and eventually New England again.
Could be the Boston record breaker. It's going to be a tough call. We'll bring back Tom Nizzle. We don't give him any days off, Jen, so we'll come back. We'll hit him a few more times throughout the show.
Not in this winter, that's for sure. Not in this winter. No one gets a day off with the kind of weather we've been tracking. All right, so let's focus on Sparta, and we're going to time things out for you. This is system number 1, and for New York City, there has been some snow in the area. It's been very light, White Plains right now, so just a little bit of light precip. You look out your window, you notice something. We're going to time things out as things get a little bit warmer. This is tonight. This is 10 o'clock. You can see a mixing and a change over to rain at times. Same thing across much of New Jersey. Same thing in the Philadelphia area. Same thing in D.C. as well tomorrow morning. All of the precip is pretty much lifting north of the area. But we're going to have some time that we spend in snow. And so we are looking at about 1 to 3 inches of snow for you across the area. Probably more like 3. We think in Dover and Flemington and Freehold. But again, it's a range, and the kind of snow that you have is going to be a wet snow, and it's going to compact. And so you're measuring it might be a little tricky as well. We go out to Long Island. It's 4 inches. White Plains, 4 inches. You go farther north where the cold air hangs on is a little bit deeper. It's more like a 6-inch kind of snow in Danbury and Bridgeport, Connecticut. So this is a more impactful kind of snow. Of course, the plows are out and the road crews are out, and you have to keep an eye on schools as well. All right, so let's look at Boston, because we will get some snow out of this system. So where we are right now is 102. That's the inches of snow we've seen this season. The 95-96 season is 107.6. We will not likely break it out of this particular storm system. And we are going to see snow, though, nonetheless, and we're going to see snow showers here through the overnight into early tomorrow morning. Again, this is 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. Snow with temperatures right about 30. Keith.
All right, thanks, Jen. Winter storm Sparta affecting a huge chunk of the U.S., eastern U.S., with dangerous kinds of winter precipitation. Indiana, one of the spots that's dealing with it. We'll track that and Thor coming up.
Currently in our area, 80 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. this afternoon. A mix of clouds and sun. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 81. Tonight, some passing clouds. Chance of a shower or thunderstorm through the evening. Low 70. Monday, sun and a few passing clouds. High 82. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Hello?
Hey, I noticed your car's not in the driveway.
Yeah, it's in the shop. It's gonna cost me an arm and a leg.
That's hilarious.
Sorry.
You should have taken it to Midas. Get some of that Midas touch. He'll tell you what stuff needs fixing and what stuff can wait.
All right. Next time, going to Midas.
High five. Did not see that coming.
Trust the Midas touch for brakes, tires, oil, everything.
If you're running a business, LegalZoom has your back. Over the last 10 years, we've helped 1 million business owners get started. Visit LegalZoom today for the legal help you need to start and run your business. LegalZoom. Legal help is here.
The future of the market is never clear, but at T. Rowe Price, we can help guide your retirement savings. Our experience is one reason 100% of our retirement funds beat their 10-year Lipper averages. So wherever your long-term goals take you, we can help you feel confident. Request a prospectus or summary prospectus with investment information, risks, fees, and expenses to read and consider carefully before investing. Call us or your advisor. T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence.
It's just you and your honey. The setting is perfect. But then erectile dysfunction happens again. You know what? Plenty of guys have this issue, not just getting an erection, but keeping it. Well, Viagra helps guys with ED get and keep an erection.
Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain. It may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects include headache, flushing, upset stomach, and abnormal vision. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing.
Ask your doctor if Viagra is right for you.
These spicy super crunch chicken strips are not your mom's chicken strips.
No, they're my chicken strips.
It's an expression. It means they're not, plain old chicken strips.
Are you calling my mom plain and old?
No, I like these chicken strips.
Okay. Well, we'll see how this goes.
Oh my gosh.
Mom, you have an admirer. She is interested?
Okay.
Chicken strips with a kick worth calling home about. Spicy Super Crunch chicken strips. Add some spark to your morning with new Sonic Spark energy drinks. This is how you Sonic.
Oh, there's an energy crisis happening, all right. A human one. And it's time to fight it. With the good energy of Quaker Oats. It's how we help keep go-getters like you going and getting. One bite at a time. Try new Quick Steel Cut oatmeal for a heartier texture. Quaker Up.
Well, sir, after some serious consideration, I'd like to put in my 15-year notice.
You're quitting?
Technically retiring, sir. With a little help from my State Farm agent, I plan to retire in 15 years.
Wow, you're totally blindsiding me here. Who's going to manage your accounts? This is a devastating blow I was not prepared for.
Well, I'm going to finish packing my things. 15 years will really sneak up on you.
Jennifer will do your exit interview, and Adam made you a cake.
Red velvet.
Oh, thank you.
I made this.
Take charge of your retirement. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
When heartburn comes creeping up on you, fight back with relief so smooth, it's fast. Tums Smoothie starts dissolving the instant it touches your tongue and neutralizes stomach acid at the source. Smoothies, only from Tums.
Hey, well, welcome back. Sparta and Thor, we're watching. This is Sparta across the eastern seaboard. Some snow in through New York City, some freezing rain in through D.C. And the southern side of this system, some rain in there, which is a little bit of a change. A lot of these systems so far have been all snow.
Yeah, all the way in Kentucky. We've got rain, rain, rain. Look at Louisville, 41. But look at Indianapolis, 30 degrees with some freezing drizzle. And we've had snow earlier today in Indy. We've got the snow over towards Pittsburgh and Cleveland. Light snow temperatures in the 20s. Southern Pennsylvania, I have to say, all the way really across across the state line with Maryland, we are just looking at a wintry mix. Some freezing rain, some sleet, some snow, but it truly is a wintry mix out there.
And you brought up a good point before. You have friends and family there. Sometimes with the radar shows, it's not exactly what's happening. We do the best we can.
Color, right?
Yeah, but there's a mix in there. And again, DC, Philly reporting some sleet. New York City coming in with some snow. We don't think there'll be big snowfall totals there. Boston, same deal, a couple of inches, but in this winter.
Temperatures are in the 20s, so it's cold enough to cause problems. Let's look at some of the bigger snowfall that we've seen from Winter Storm Sparta. It really has put down a stripe or swath of snow that stretched from Missouri all the way through Illinois and Indiana. And this is north of Indianapolis, where we saw 6 to 8 inches of snow. Fishers, Indiana, Janet Wilson Caprera, thank you for sending in this video. That is a decent snow coat out there, and it looks like no one really has shoveled out. Oh, there's someone shoveling.
Yeah,
you can see. Yeah, got to make some progress on that.
I also liked your use of the word swath, one of my favorite words. March, by the way, coming in like a lion in Colorado. So we have this storm in the east. We got another system out west. Winter Storm Thor could dump feet of snow there in the mountains.
And you know what? March is really the month that skiers live for in Colorado. This is the big snowy month in Colorado, and that's where we find meteorologist Paul Goodlow. So Paul, let's talk snow and let's talk skiing. You said that there's some snowboarding going on, some competition going on this week?
Yeah, we got the Burton U.S. Open, which is basically their top competition of the year. It's held here, I guess it's the third year here in Vail. We're talking all the top snowboarders in the world. We got everything from snowboard cross to slope style to the half pipe. I mean, it's all going on this week, and we could see a couple of feet of snow here, and that will impact some of the competition. You know, the ideal competition will be just nothing but sunshine and temperatures in the 30s, but all that snow could even limit some of the air they could take. So we'll be watching to see how that will impact the competition as we head throughout the week. Today is just a practice day. But I'm here in Vail, and look behind me. I mean, there's still people hitting up the gondola, and I talked to Liz Biebel with Vail Resorts about some of the creature comforts you'll find here at this resort. So I know there's more than 5,000 acres you can ski and board, but you also have a lot of creature comforts here in Vail, like heated sidewalks.
That's right. Heated sidewalks are a great experience for the guests to walk on, easier to get to the slopes. We've also got creature comforts like that on the gondola right behind us with heated seats and Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi on the gondola.
That's right.
You can always stay connected.
That's right.
Yeah, you can check your Weather Channel app for the forecast. Here it is if you don't have your Wi-Fi up. We got snow coming in throughout the afternoon, but really heavy as we head towards tonight. And that's huge because the thousands of people who actually ski here in Eagle County and Summit County, talking about Breckenridge, Copper, Vail, Beaver Creek. Again, a lot of those people live in the Front Range. They have to go down Interstate 70, and there's always a crush on Sunday evening, Keith, which could actually perhaps make your 2-hour drive maybe 6 hours. And we have heavy snow in the forecast. It could be a mess as you head east here in 70 as we head throughout the rest of today. Keith?
All right, thank you, Paul, for that report. Hey, this morning, more than 4,000 people put aside their sanity and ran into freezing Lake Michigan. It's the 15th annual Polar Plunge. Several celebrities, including Vince Vaughn and Ronald Wolf, were there.
Trying to come to you from Chicago, or more specifically on the shore of Lake Michigan for the Polar Plunge. I'm going to step out of the way for a moment. You'll get a better look at what these guys are doing. Some 4,800 people from all over the country made their way here to Chicago. You see one guy over there with the Florida Gator flag. Some of them going in kind of gingerly, just doing it very carefully. Others just rush on. They just bull rush the water. Some of them completely submerged, some not so much. Certainly, it's a little bit warmer than it was yesterday where we hit some record lows, but still mighty cold on this March 1st. Take a look at this next group. Yeah, you see the ringleader there with the flag. They're all about to dive in. Some are getting out, trying to seek warmth as soon as they possibly can. Wow, bitter cold stuff. They're doing this for a very, very good cause, that cause being the Special Olympics of Chicago. So you got that going for you. You have to certainly warm the heart. All right, that's the story for the Polar Plunge. Let's send it back to you in the studio.
Why are you deleting these photos? Because my teeth are yellow. Oh, yeah. They are a little yellow. Hey! Why don't you use a whitening toothpaste? I'm afraid it's bad for my teeth. Try Crest 3D White. It's actually good for your teeth.
Introducing the new Crest 3D White Diamond Strong Collection. The toothpaste and rinse gently whiten and fortify weak spots. Used together for 2 times stronger enamel, so you can whiten without the worry.
Your smile looks great. Oh, thanks.
Crest 3D White. Life opens up with a whiter smile.
Build weather invention.
Wow. Anybody else surprised it actually worked?
Mother Nature can absolutely change people.
I'm ready to get out of here and create a new track.
This is a tornado emergency.
It was hard to believe weather could do that.
Never seen anything like this in my life.
Currently in our area, 80 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. This afternoon, a mix of clouds and sun. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 81. Tonight, some passing clouds. Chance of a shower or thunderstorm through the evening. Low 70. Monday, sun and a few passing clouds. High 82. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Alaska. It's the place you've always dreamed of, where the ordinary is simply extraordinary, and the views, like your memories, go on forever. When was the last time a vacation took your breath away? Alaska. Begin your adventure at AlaskaBeyondYourDreams.com.
Good job. Still running in the morning?
Yeah.
Getting your vegetables every day?
When I can.
Could have had a V8. 2 full servings of vegetables for only 50 delicious calories.
Ring, ring. Progresso.
I can't believe I'm eating bacon-enriched creamy cheese before my sister's wedding.
Well, it's only 100 calories, so you'll be ready for that dress.
Uh-huh.
You don't love the dress?
I love my sister.
40 flavors, 100 calories or less.
When heartburn comes creeping up on you, fight back with Relief So Smooth. It's fast. Tums Smoothie starts dissolving the instant it touches your tongue and neutralizes stomach acid at the source. Smoothies, only from Tums.
Claritin D presents 2 allergy sufferers. One tried the newest allergy spray, which could take several days to feel the full effect of relief.
It makes me happy to go on the computer. I like feeling smart.
Internet Essentials from Comcast has brought low-cost internet access to over 1.4 million low-income people at home.
Internet Essentials helped me progress in my schoolwork. It helped my grades move higher.
Today, it's the largest broadband adoption program in America.
It helped me a lot.
Comcast NBC Universal, helping to bridge the digital divide.
And even pay the return postage. Try NoNo risk-free today.
This March,
one man's trash.
This is perfect.
Is another man's wood-powered Jeep gasifier.
Brainstormers, premiering Sunday, March 22nd, only on the Weather Channel.
Hey, check out the snowfall in New Mexico as Winter Storm Thor moved through the southwest. This is Chama, where they got more than 3 inches of snow yesterday. In Albuquerque, they shattered their daily maximum snowfall with 4.7 inches. The old record, 2.4 back in 49. So we've been doing a lot of smashing of records lately.
Yeah, we have. And really, it's been all or nothing, right? Albuquerque had, like everyone, a relatively slow start to the season. But now all of a sudden, we are well above average in Albuquerque, New Mexico with snowfall. That was Winter Storm Thor. We've also got Winter Storm Sparta out there causing some major impacts as it pushes into the eastern seaboard. So
that's the reason we got a guy
It's one
for that.
right after another.
This is the reason we got a guy for that. See, what we do is we try to give Tom 6 months off so he can work the entire other 6 months.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a lot of fun. I love winter weather, but I'll tell you what, this is overwhelming even me. So we're all looking towards spring. Meteorological spring has begun, astronomical in another 3 weeks. But I'll tell you what, when we get into the springtime, the west often turns on to snowfall. Our weather pattern has changed. Take a look at the upper air pattern we have here right now. There's that big upper low, the big curl in the atmosphere right there. And it's kind of like a pitching machine, ejecting out little pieces of energy here that have snowed across the Four Corners region, Albuquerque, over the last 24 hours. This is going to be a very slow-moving system. And because it's a slow-moving upper low here, it is going to continue to produce snowfall right across the Four Corners in through the Colorado Rockies as we go through the first couple of days of the week here. And then it lifts out and ejects across the upper Midwest here to produce wintry weather in places like Indy, Chicago, all the way over to Buffalo once again. This is the current radar here. That cold low, it is cold enough to produce snow up above about 3,500 feet in places like the San Gabriels. Bear Lake, I think it is 2 inches of snow on the ground up there. Now, Flagstaff is going to begin to change over to rain as temperatures warm here, even at 7,000 feet. But in the higher elevations, mainly above about 8,500 and 9,000 feet, in the highest elevations where the top ski areas are, you're going to continue to get snow, and that is going to continue to pile up. So there's Flagstaff, 35 degrees through the mountain time there in the afternoon. And then as we get into the latter part of the afternoon, we actually show these temperatures rising, going over to rain, much needed rain, by the way, out there. The radar isn't showing much, but we're back in the mountains here, and the radar gets blocked, the beam, by a lot of that. So we're going to go ahead and show you what the types of precipitation are going to be like. Again, Denver down here, even Denver will see 4 inches. This is not going to be a classic upslope east or northeast wind event here. It's just that upper low moving across there. But back across places like Steamboat Springs, another foot of snow is likely. And look at the jackpot here, down in places like Jasper, where nearly 2 feet of additional snow. Some of these areas, more than 4 feet of snow before this system actually tracks out of there and moves across the plains. So there it is on a large scale. You can see the snowfall for a good part of the Rockies here, the Wasatch in through the Colorado Rockies down into the San Juans and Sangre de Cristos. As the system lifts out Monday night into Tuesday, now I'm concerned about places like Indy going into Tuesday morning, Chicago after midnight Monday night into Tuesday morning as well. Then the system will continue to work its way eastward, a big swath of rainfall here where the temperature's warm under the southwest flow, but where Arctic air is still in place, and it's very modified, but cold enough to produce a wintry mix and then snow to the north of that line. We're going to see that wintry weather Tuesday night and into Wednesday. Wednesday, the cold air finally works its way down on the backside of the system here. And yeah, Dallas, you think you've had a lot of winter weather already. Well, once again, in that Wednesday time frame, you may go into a freezing rain event. Oak City into the wintry mix, and on the backside of the system, even Cincy, a little bit of snow. In Chicago, here's what I'm concerned about. Monday, you get home from work, it won't be a problem. But after midnight Monday, your temperatures drop, the snow develops, and as you go into Tuesday morning, at least during the rush hour, you're going to see that wintry mix of precipitation. If you have any flights going out of Chicago Tuesday morning, stay tuned and pay attention, because you may indeed see delays or changes on those flights. So really be aware of that. As you go later in the day, it changes over to rain. And then up a little further north in Minneapolis, Monday night, it's going to be snow, 22 degrees. Tuesday, you don't quite get warm enough to change over. Morning snow and windy conditions there. And once again, I did want to go back quickly just to look at the situation now. In Philly, you're changing over to freezing rain. New York City is going to be snow, and snow up into Boston. That will make Sunday night a good night to stay in and just watch TV. As we go into Monday morning, it looks like conditions will improve as most of this precipitation works its way off the coast, guys. We'll keep you updated on a very, very active winter day. Send it back to you.
Thanks, Tom. I'm sure you have some suggestions on who they should watch.
Right here.
Sunday night.
Right here. Yeah,
Hey,
we got the Weather Channel. It's got it covered for you right here.
We do. 90 million people under some kind of winter weather alert right now. It's all thanks to Sparta and Thor.
It is going to be treacherous on the roads. We're talking snow, ice, and freezing rain. It's all there in the mix. We are tracking it all, and we continue our coverage on Weather Center Live.
Currently in our area, 80 degrees under mostly cloudy skies.
The
This afternoon, a mix of clouds and sun. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 81. Tonight, some passing clouds. Chance of a shower or thunderstorm through the evening. Low 70. Monday, sun and a few passing clouds. High 82. Here's our 7-day outlook.
We've got Winter Storm Sparta and Thor on the move from coast to coast. 90 million people, spanning over 1 million square miles, all under winter weather alerts.
Indianapolis already getting more than a month's worth of snow today alone, causing accidents and creating treacherous conditions from Oklahoma into the Northeast. In Boston, if not Sparta, Winter Storm Thor could put you in the record books. And Boston is standing at 102 inches of snow.
Yes, so we are 5.7 inches away from breaking the city's all-time snowfall record in one season. I'm actually not optimistic that we'll do it this week.
Maybe not, and I don't know if people want to break it or not. We'll have to, it doesn't matter, either way.
Well, yeah, Mother Nature will do what she wants to do for sure. Welcome to the special edition of Winter Storm Central here on the Weather Channel. I'm Jen Carfagno.
And I'm Keith Carson. Winter Storm Sparta has ice and snow spreading across the Ohio Valley, while Winter Storm Thor just getting started there in the west. Let's take a look at the big picture because we are bookended by storm systems. You can see Sparta there in the east bringing us some snow, and I think freezing rain, a big story with this particular system, and through D.C., Baltimore as well. That'll be the kind of legacy of this storm. To the south, we are seeing rain there. But take a look at these winter storm warnings, weather advisories. Winter weather advisories usually kind of the lesser of the two. St. Louis under a winter storm warning with some more thumps of snow in there. And major impacts going on with the system right now. California also, we're watching. This is Thor with some winter storm warnings there, blizzard warnings. Aspen also spots we're watching. All right, in California, Winter Storm Thor leading to mudslides. Both lanes of the Pacific Coast Highway between Ventura and LA are closed. And in Cleveland, snow parking bans are in effect until further notice. And in New York, the Department of Sanitation using 500 salt spreaders across the city to treat roads ahead of Winter Storm Sparta. And we are expecting some big travel delays. Washington, D.C. today. This is a look at one of the cameras as Winter Storm Sparta moves through. This is Maryland's Department of Transportation camera, one of them. And crews are salting the roads. You can see at the moment it looks to be wet more than anything, but 2 inches of snow expected to fall in the Baltimore area, and also some freezing rain, up to 1/4 inch ice accretion a possibility. And a mix of sleet, snow, and freezing rain peppering the Washington, D.C. metro this afternoon. Winter storm warning in place there until 3 a.m. Monday morning. Rick Adams is near Union Station, and Rick, it has been kind of just a sloppy, messy day for you so far.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to describe it, actually. To be honest, really is a sloppy, messy day. And in fact, there are some people here who have to deal with this extreme, sloppy, messy day. What's your name, sir?
Winston.
Winston, thank you. And you actually work for the Capitol, right?
That's correct.
So what have you been doing today for us?
Putting down salt along sidewalks and the streets.
Now, of course, it's been raining and it's been freezing rain too. Is that a difficult situation for you to get into with this?
Yes, it makes it very difficult. We have to try to stay on top of it to keep from getting icy the way it is now.
And what about your vehicle? Does it have good traction?
Yes, four-wheel drive.
Oh, okay, fine. And what is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is it right now?
It's about a 7 right now.
And then what's going to happen tonight, obviously, is it's going to freeze over, so it's going to be a lot worse. Do you guys go out and do more?
It won't happen here because we're going to stay on top of it. But yes, it's going to get worse tonight because it is going to freeze tonight.
Okay, well, we thank you very much for helping us out, Winston. Really nice to meet you. You got your coffee, so that's the most important thing, right? Okay, that's the internal central heating. Okay, great. Well, off you go, Winston. Thank you very much. So that's what's happening here, of course. They are salting. They're doing their best. It is treacherous walking around. Even I'm wearing these really sort of ribbed boots that they are really slipping on this ground here, and that's really what you're going to find if you walk around in this area, if you're driving in this area, Keith. So stay indoors. Virginia Department of Transport says stay indoors.
All right, thank you, Rick. That is some good advice for sure. Continuing with that freezing rain and sleet and freezing over eventually. It's an active, dangerous time right now. 90 million people are impacted by these two winter storms. Let's go over to the lab. Jen Carfagno and Tom Nizzle standing by to track it all.
Keith, as soon as we get used to one type of precip, though, it's changing. It's such a changeable situation right now in the Northeast.
Yeah, because we've got a lot of warm moist air that is moving up over that. You know, it's very modified cold air. It's been around for a while.
It's old,
there.
yeah.
It's old, kind of like me, Jen.
No, Let's talk about what's happening in D.C. though, because it is going to change over to rain.
It will. The temperatures there are just starting to go up a little bit, and we are starting to see that change over to rain right now. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if we see the temperatures rise, into the mid-30s as we go into the evening hours. But I'll tell you the area I'm really concerned about. It's going into Jersey and then further north here into southeastern New England.
So if someone looks at their forecast and they see 3-4 inches of snow today, and they look at the radar and they think, how are they going to get this much snow? It's because it's really going to come down heavy.
It is. There's a tremendous amount of lift in the atmosphere, and just north of this rain snow line in here, it is snowing, and the snow's beginning to pick up in rate here. In fact, it's not out of the question we could see some snowfall rates in and around New York City and the island there of 1 inch an hour for a few hours tonight.
And that's when it really gets tough for driving. Visibility gets reduced for one, but that's when it starts sticking very quickly on roads. Even if crews are out there working, they just can't always keep up with it.
Absolutely. The only silver lining in the cloud, it's a Sunday night at least. It's not Monday morning. Back here, we're still going to see some snow, another inch or two, but most of it is over out across the Midwest here. We've had as much as 7 inches in Muncie. We've had over 8 inches back across places like Elkhart, Indiana. But for the most part, that is ending.
I love how you described it earlier, which is sort of like training thunderstorms. When you get a thunderstorm that keeps moving over the same areas, what we have is a snowstorm that has just tracked over the same areas.
Yeah, and across this area, the rates weren't much, but it lasted for a long time. But once again, I want you to stay tuned. Stay home, watch a Weather Channel tonight. New York to Boston, you don't need to go anywhere in this type of weather.
Yeah, for sure. Tom, thank you. Keith, back over to you.
All right, Tom, plug in our coverage tonight. I like it. I like his enthusiasm. Let's talk about what's going on as far as travel impacts. And take a look at this. Philadelphia, 250 minutes. That is a long time to be spending in the airport. You want to check ahead there. Obviously, the reason, weather. They're having some problems, some sleet there, and low ceilings is part of it. But it's really more about the fact that they're seeing mixed precipitation. New York coming in with 137-minute delays right now. So we got some big problems. Washington looking okay still at the moment. But keep in mind, these are delays. So if a flight is canceled, it's not going to show up on this board. So obviously this is one of those situations you want to have your phone ready to tell you if there's going to be problems. Tomorrow we're going to be watching New York City as being okay, mixture of sun and clouds at that point. But now the southern side of Thor coming through with some showers and some thunderstorms in here through Houston, so some delays there. Dallas obviously been a problem spot for us as of late. This will be a chance of showers there, and then Phoenix also some showers. That's where we'll be watching it. Now if you're driving, there'll be some delays. Interstate 70, you're going to go through some snow in through Indy. Columbus, maybe a mixture there, and then moving towards the D.C. area, obviously some freezing rain and sleet there. Jen?
Keith, thank you. Central Colorado under a winter storm warning until Tuesday. And Paul Goodlow is in Vail, Colorado.
I'm Paul Goodlow in Vail, Colorado. We're waiting for the first snow from Winter Storm Thor. It can be measured in feet in this area under a winter storm warning until Tuesday afternoon at 5 o'clock. We'll talk about the impacts here across the mountains as well as the I-70 corridor heading to Denver coming up on Weather Center Live.
And stay with us for continuing coverage. We will keep you updated on both winter storms, Sparta and Thor, the latest tracks and all the details you need.
Sir, we're going to need you on the runway later.
Don't let a severe cold hold you back. Get Theraflu. It has the power of 3 medicines to take on your worst pain and fever, cough, and nasal congestion. Theraflu breaks you free from your toughest cold and flu symptoms, so you never miss a day. Theraflu, serious power.
This program brought to you by Theraflu, serious power.
Andrew, Rita, Sandy. Meet Chris, Jackie, Joe. Minor damage or major disaster. When you need us most, we're there. State Farm. We're a force of nature, too.
It may seem strange, but people really can love their laxative, especially when it's Miralax. It hydrates, eases, and softens to unblock your system naturally, so you have peace of mind from start to finish. Love your laxative, Miralax.
Yes! Again! That's a 3! You gotta be kidding me! You gotta be kidding me! Pirac! 3, baby. 10 minutes. Oh my God! Dude, you gotta be kidding me!
Currently, our area, 80 degrees under mostly cloudy.
Trash
did the work.
Is another man's totally awesome beer can space heater.
Hi. Brainstormers, premiering Sunday, March 22nd, only on the Weather Channel.
Hurry! There's a hot offer for heartburn sufferers. Now try Zantac free at ZantacOffers.com. Hurry! It's free this week only. No pill relieves heartburn faster. Get Zantac free at ZantacOffers.com.
Great. This is the last thing I need.
Seriously? The last thing you need is some guy giving you a new catalytic converter when all you got is a loose gas cap.
What?
It is that simple sometimes.
Nice.
Now, let's take this puppy over to Midas and get you some of the good old Midas touch. You know what? I'll drive. And I have no feet. I really didn't think this through.
Trust the Midas Touch for brakes, tires, oil, everything.
The FDA issued a public notice to doctors and patients concerning serious injuries caused by transvaginal mesh, bladder mesh, pelvic sling, and bladder sling. Please call now if you had one of these devices implanted in the last 5 years. You may be entitled to a cash award. If you had a transvaginal mesh, bladder mesh, pelvic sling, or bladder sling in the last 5 years,
please call 1-866-686-7952 now.
Well, welcome back. We're tracking a couple storm systems. This is Sparta with some mixed precipitation in through the Washington, D.C. area, some snow as well. There is a rainy side to it, some showers down across the south, but look at Indianapolis sitting at 30 and snow.
They've been going back and forth between freezing drizzle and snow. I bet you the snowflakes they're getting are sort of that snizzle kind.
Is that a word?
Where I think
Snoop Dogg thinks it's a word. That's good.
So does Tom Nizzle. But it's sort of like snow drizzle, very fine. But nonetheless, temperature is below freezing.
Yeah, and D.C. 31 degrees, icy. We have some problems there. It's cold at the surface, but it's going to be relatively warmer aloft, so we'll be looking at some freezing rain there.
I'm just looking at Philly at the observation right now. In the last hour, we literally have changed back and forth between precip types, I think 7 times.
Yeah. This is doing a lot of different status updates there in Philly. And Boston going to see some snow mainly through tonight. Obviously, we're watching them very closely between this and the next storm system. So that's Sparta on the East Coast, and here's Thor on the West Coast.
All right, so we've got rain in San Diego, and it has been a steady rain this morning. You can see how it's really heavy at times. You're seeing those bright colors on the radar, the orange or the red, a little bit orange and yellow. That's where we have heavier rainfall. Plus, we're getting snow in the mountains all the way down to Southern California, and we are looking at snow into southern Wasatch as well.
Yeah, not that far from Los Angeles, some snow there, and then we're watching some snow in places that actually do want it. A lot of ski areas out there, mountains, good stuff for them.
Yeah, so we'll be getting, especially in southwestern Colorado, some big snow, some big wind too, so concerned about blizzard concerns actually in southwestern Colorado.
All right, well, hey, today is actually the first day of Nerd Spring, meteorological spring, but Colorado set to get that heavy mountain snow to start this month.
March is a big month for Colorado. This is typically our snowiest month of the year. Meteorologist Paul Goodlow is in Vail, Colorado, where we are actually under warnings until Tuesday. Paul?
Well, here in Vail, Colorado, we are sitting about 97 miles to the west of Denver. Let's first start in Denver, Colorado, where for the month of February, they picked up 22.4 inches of snow. Take a look at this graphic here. And unfortunately, March is our snowiest month as we've now entered that. Back here in Vail, we woke up to 3 inches of fresh snow on the ground, making for our 7-day total of 24 inches. And we can see that much snow, if not more, as we head through the next couple of days, all thanks to Winter Storm Thor. We are under a winter storm warning for all elevations out here across the Rockies at 7,000 feet and above until Tuesday afternoon at 5 o'clock. And take a look at the forecast for snowfall. Easily a couple of feet here in Vail and Beaver Creek and Breckenridge and Copper. As you head towards southwestern Colorado, the San Juan Mountains, well, that's the bullseye of the snow because this is a southwestern moving storm. So we're talking about Telluride, Purgatory, those areas, perhaps 4 to 6 feet of snow by the time it stops snowing. And that might not happen until sometime on Wednesday. Reporting from Vail, Colorado, I'm meteorologist Paul Goodlow. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Goodlow. Hey, we want to take you into New York City if we can, because they're just reporting some heavy snow in there.
Yeah, so the Storm Prediction Center is concerned about some very heavy snowfall rates, maybe more than 1 inch an hour, and they outline New York City in it, and it is just beginning. We've got a quarter-mile visibility, S+, which means heavy snow, and it's verified. Look at this, this tower cam perspective right now.
And Alan, I'm not sure if you can do this in time. If we can, are we allowed to change it over to just the base reflectivity? Because you see to the south there, look at Long Branch, and if you can't do that, just look at the deep blues. That's what they're watching move towards New York City, and that's what they're looking at being some really, really heavy stuff.
It's always amazing, you know, in a snow situation, these differences in intensity.
Yep.
So Trenton, New Jersey right now is 2-mile visibility, quarter-mile visibility in New York City. So, I mean, just in that little short range, such a difference.
We're going to watch New York for you. We're going to watch the East Coast and Thor, and we're going to be with you till 10 p.m. tonight. Stay with us.
There's confidence. Then there's trusting your vehicle maintenance to Ford Service Confidence. Our expertise, technology, and high-quality parts mean your peace of mind. Now you can get the works. A multi-point inspection with a synthetic blend oil change, tire rotation, brake inspection, and more. $29.95 or less.
You pay your auto insurance premium every month on the dot. You're like the poster child for paying on time. And then one day, you tap the bumper of a station wagon. No big deal until your insurance company jacks up your rates. You freak out. What good is having insurance if you get punished for using it? Hey, insurance companies, newsflash. Nobody's perfect.
For drivers with accident forgiveness, Liberty Mutual won't raise your rates due to your first accident. See car insurance in a whole new light. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Introducing new Flonase Allergy Relief Nasal Spray. Now available over the counter in full prescription strength. When we breathe in allergens, our bodies react by overproducing 6 key inflammatory substances that cause our symptoms. The leading allergy pill only controls 1. Flonase controls 6, and 6 is greater than 1. Flonase, the 24-hour relief that outperforms the #1 allergy pill. So go ahead, inhale life. New Flonase, 6 is greater than 1. This changes everything.
Hut. When it comes to losing weight, everyone has a number. And if you want to get your performance back and feel great, do what I did. One call and I lost it all. 22 pounds gone.
Lose weight fast with Nutrisystem's Fast 5 Plus Kit. Lose 5 pounds in your first week, plus 1 inch off your waist, or your money back, guaranteed.
Nutrisystem has everything you need to feel better, look better, and perform better at any age, faster than ever before.
I haven't felt this good in years. Thank you, Nutrisystem. I lost 8 pounds in the first week.
Order your 28-day Nutrisystem plan right now, including Fast 5 Plus. Get 1 week of meals, plus 1 week of energizing shakes and Craving Crusher shakes, free. New food selections, new expert guides. Call now and lock in 2014 prices, and shipping is free.
Whether your number's 10 or 50, make the right call. Nutrisystem.
Call 855-789-FIN now and lose your first 5 pounds fast.
Build weather invention.
Wow, anybody else surprised that she worked? Mother Nature can absolutely change people.
I'm ready to get out of here and create a new track.
This is a tornado emergency.
It was hard to believe.
Mom and Dad told us they had just made their funeral and burial prearrangements. We thought they already had taken care of that. When we learned it was through Beth Israel and Eternal Light, we knew everything would be handled in the most caring and professional way. We realized it would be one of the most difficult days of our lives. It inspired my husband and me to make our own prearrangements so the burden wouldn't fall on our children when that day comes. It's not an easy thing to think about, but I'm so glad we did.
It's the DRI Walk for Diabetes and Family Fun Day presented by Walgreens. Join the fun at Marlins Park in Miami and Tradition Square in Port St. Lucie, all to benefit the Diabetes Research Institute. The Biggest Loser Run Walk will be hosting a chip-timed 5K, 10K, and Kids 1 Mile Fun Run at the Miami location, sponsored by the Biggest Loser Resort. To register, go to WalgreensWalkDRI.org or visit your local Walgreens to make an easy $1 donation.
The call and consultation are free.
Call 1-800-307-9899.
Currently in our area, 80 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. This afternoon, a mix of clouds and sun. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 81. Tonight, some passing clouds. Chance of a shower or thunderstorm through the evening. Low 70. Monday, sun and a few passing clouds. High 82. Here's our 7-day outlook.
We got a little deeper than we thought, and we've got the car stuck now. My wife ran an errand, and now we can't get up the driveway. Seems like we got about 6 inches or so, maybe more.
Yeah.
I think they forecast 1 to 4 initially. We got quite a bit more than I think they thought.
Well, that's also very sticky.
I don't like his attitude. I do not like his attitude.
Look, we told you got snow. You're getting snow, right? But did you notice how the snow is getting clogged in the snow thrower?
Yep.
So this is a very sticky, wet snow we've been dealing with in Indianapolis. And north of there was a stretch or a swath of snow that was on the order of 8 inches. It just... Like Tom Nizzle said, training thunderstorms. That's exactly what it was like here. The snow just kept on training right over itself.
Kids having fun at least.
Yeah. Oh boy. No helmet. That makes me nervous.
Oh, the mom kicks in. But they could see another inch or so.
But that looks really fun.
Well, it does look fun. Yeah, I don't think I'd be allowed to do that. I used to be a tuber myself. So, we got Sparta, we got Thor, we got a couple of different systems that we're going to be watching for you through the day today. And we got a guy for that, as it turns out.
Yes, we do. Tom Nizzle, in fact. I just referenced his comment about the training storms out there with this amount of snowfall that we picked up. It's just been, Tom, these snow clouds that just keep moving right over the same areas, and it really adds up.
Yeah, I mean, not coming down real heavy at any one time, but over a period of time it accumulates. And I have to reference Keith's comment about the snow tubing. Snow tubes are fantastic. There's no metal parts, no sharp parts on them. You bounce along on them, and it's a lot easier on the derriere when you go down the hill. So maybe a little TMI there, but let's go on and let's take a quick look at what we've got as a setup now for freezing rain and sleet across the mid-Atlantic here in places like D.C., Baltimore, going up toward Philadelphia. This cold air comes down along the east side of the Appalachians. It stays wedged in here because it's very dense, and warm air is overriding that. It isn't quite scouring it out yet, so 31, 30 degrees in and around Washington, 28 in Philadelphia, and as that warm, moist air overrides that, we end up with this area of freezing rain that is in here right now. Just to the north of that, it is snow, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But as far as the freezing rain, it develops because you have these colder temperatures at the surface, but just a few thousand feet above the ground, the atmosphere is a little bit different. So well up in the clouds at 8,000 feet, the temperatures right now are in the mid-20s. We have snow developing. Then as that snow falls through this layer of warmer air, it changes to raindrops, and if it hits any surfaces below 32 degrees, it ices up. And so we have to be concerned, especially on elevated roadways, on bridges across Philly going into areas like Baltimore as well. Now, in D.C., I'm a little concerned here. We see this freezing precipitation through 4 p.m. We have the temperatures rising here, 36, 37 degrees. I think it's going to be more like 34, 35. Going to be a close call here. So if you don't have to go out this evening, please stay home and just watch your Weather Channel here. As you go into the overnight hours, the precipitation will stop. You'll have foggy conditions that develop across the D.C. area. Here is the icing potential. The the area I'm really concerned about, southeast PA into parts of Jersey right now, where it's going to be warm enough aloft to produce that freezing precipitation. And look at these accumulations, a tenth to a quarter of an inch. So again, a good night to stay in and just hunker down at home. Further to the north, now take a look here. This is from New York City running up into southern New England here along southern Connecticut. Snowfall rates are going to increase here to a half an inch to an inch an hour. And as we go through that overnight time frame, we could pick up as much as 3 to 5 inches of snow very rapidly here. So let's take a look at the forecast into tonight. Again, DC, you begin to stop with your snow or with your freezing precipitation as this drier air works its way across the area, filling into freezing rain and going up into southern New England here up toward Boston, that area of snowfall. As we get into tomorrow, most of what's left of Sparta moves off the coast. We just have a few snow showers across the area, guys. So stay tuned. We'll keep you updated. When I come back, we're going to talk about this major next storm, which is Winter Storm Thor out in the southwest. I'll send it back to you.
It is literally no rest for the weary when it comes to this winter weather.
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. We've got two storms. We just talked about Sparta and Thor, covering both of them.
Right now, big snowflakes coming down in New York City that we're tracking. We've got the latest on the snow, the ice, and the freezing rain.
I already feel like we're the most connected, but I think the solo date will seal the deal.
Sure, I offer multi-car, safe driver, and so many other discounts that people think I'm a big deal. And boy, are they right. Ladies, I can share hundreds in savings with all of you. Just visit Progressive.com today. But right now, it's choosing time. Ooh, we have a winner.
What? Pick one of us. This is a joke, right? That is what the point of us being here is.
I will light up every room I walk into.
The Olay Regenerist Luminous Collection penetrates 10 surface cell layers deep and fades the look of dark spots for pearlescent, luminous skin. From the world's #1, Olay, your best beautiful.
Don't miss Founders Days at Pep Boys, where you can get great deals all week long. Like when you buy 3 select tires, you'll get the 4th one free instantly. Plus, get special financing for 6 months when you sign up for the Pep Boys Car Care One credit card. Trust the boys to get you there.
Ever wonder why big razor companies keep raising their prices? Because they know if you want a great shave, there's nothing you can do about it until now.
Hi, I'm Brett Favre, and I found a way to get a perfect shave for an entire year for under $20. Check it out.
Introducing the all-new MicroTouch Tough Blade, the German-engineered razor guaranteed to give you the close, clean, comfortable shave you want at a price that can't be beat.
With other razor blades, I was spending $20, $30 a month. But with Tough Blade, I spend $20 for the entire year, and I get a great, clean, smooth shave.
$20 for a year's worth. A year's worth. Not one little pack that's going to last you a month.
You cannot lose. You get a close shave and you save money.
Tough Blade combines 3 perfectly angled German stainless steel blades with a micro-thin non-stick surface. The first blade lifts, the second cuts, and the third finishes for a shave that's smooth and feels good on even the most sensitive skin.
I shave up, I shave down, I shave across. Every angle I put the blade was nice shave.
I'm not only shaving my head, I'm shaving a big head, and I'm also shaving my face. So it's important that, my razor responds like it's supposed to.
Honestly, this blade was better than the 5-6 blade razors that I've been using. Tough Blade is a godsend.
It's a no-brainer.
I love my Tough Blade.
Look, you could spend $20 for just 4 replacement blades, or you can get a great shave for the entire year for just $19.99 with the Tough Blade. As a free bonus, you'll also get our MicroTouch trimmer for precise grooming around ears, nose, eyebrows, neck, and sideburn. Call 1-800-876-2388 or go to toughblade.com now to get your Tough Blade with enough cartridges for a year's worth of perfect shaving and the MicroTouch trimmer for just $19.99.
No doubt about it. Tough Blade shaves you better, saves you more.
To get your Tough Blade and a year's worth of perfect shaving plus the MicroTouch trimmer, call or go to toughblade.com now.
Yes! Again! That's a 3! You gotta be kidding me! You gotta be kidding me! Panarak!
3, baby. 10 minutes.
Oh my God! Dude, you gotta be kidding me!
Currently in our area, 80 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. this afternoon. A mix of clouds and sun. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 81. Tonight, some passing clouds. Chance of a shower or thunderstorm through the evening. Low 70. Monday, sun and a few passing clouds. High 82. Here's our 7-day outlook.
This March, one man's trash. This is perfect. Is another man's wood-powered Jeep gasifier. Brainstormers, premiering Sunday, March 22nd, only on the Weather Channel.
All right, New York City, big fat snowflakes coming down, and look how dark the image has gotten. So the visibility really reduced by very heavy snowfall falling right now in New York City and the tri-state.
Yeah, and if we take a look at these radar echoes here, you can see the heavier stuff in the blue, and that's what's rotating in. And yeah, the visibility is not good there at all. Even in a storm system like this, it's frontal.